Hello, welcome to, goodness, is it episode 7 now? I think it is. Yeah, episode 7 of Spark Freedom. I spent the last couple days in a campground that I'm currently packing up to leave called Percha Dam, just 20 minutes south of Truth or Consequence. Truth or Consequence is. My original plan from here was to continue on to Gila National Forest, which has the Gila Cliff Dwellings. That's about an hour and 40 minutes northwest of here. I'm actually going to go about the same distance but straight west, because one of the locations that I really wanted to go to when I first started this trip and then totally forgot about the second I started driving happens to be about an hour and 40 minutes west of here, and that is City of Rocks State Park. It's a really fun location that I always remembered from living on the road, where it's just a bunch of really tall rocks that you can climb on standing in the middle of the desert, caused by volcanic activity. So let's get this all packed up, get these blinds down, and then I'll start heading that way. Okay, that is all the window blinds taken down. As you can see, it's a little more light in here than it was. After I go to City of Rocks, I'm going to continue west into Arizona, and then I'm going to be going to Tucson, Phoenix, Sedona, Flagstaff. So I'm basically going to go up the spine of Arizona, if that's what you want to call it. Where I will hopefully be able to get a haircut, because this is becoming slightly long for me. And then I will also be getting my windshield fixed, because I'm sure by now that you've probably noticed there's a nice little crack going through my windshield, which I got on my way to, where did I get that? On the way to Hot Springs, Arkansas, literally like the first leg of the trip. I was behind a truck or a van or something and got that, so. Yeah, but I guess I'm gonna finish packing up here, and I will see y'all over in City of Rocks. Alright, I've made it to City of Rocks. It was really a short drive, only an hour and a half, so there it is. There's all the rocks sticking up in the middle of this valley between all the mountains here in southwest New Mexico. So I'm going to see if they have any spots available. It looks like they might in the rocks, and then I will continue from there. I'll pick up with y'all when I'm in the rocks. Alright, I have made it to City of Rocks. Here they are. For those of you who don't know, City of Rocks is a massive, collection of very tall rocks sticking out of the ground in the middle of nowhere, New Mexico. Because as you can see way over there, it's just all flat. And that's what basically the ride here was. Basically, this was the result of a now extinct volcano spewing a bunch of rocks. My favorite thing about this place is climbing on all these rocks, because you can spend the day here. I'm spending one night here before moving on to Tucson and into Arizona. I managed to snag one of the last, if not the last, camping spot available for the night. So super blessed with that. But I'm gonna go climb on some rocks and show y'all around. And just look, rocks in almost every direction, just towering, all waiting to be climbed on. I love places like this, free roaming places where you can just come out and climb on things, explore. I have to be kind of careful though, because everybody that I talk to about this place is like, watch out for snakes. So, I was here many years ago. I was probably like 12, 11 at the time. I don't know. I'm sure my brother will correct me on how old I was, but and look at this place. I really want to get on top of one of these. Look at all these narrow paths. It's easy to get lost in here because every time you come around a rock, it all looks the same. But some of the campsites you like drive in or walk in and you can camp in the rocks. I wish I had gotten one of the shaded spots underneath the rock, but I'm lucky to have gotten a spot at all. So this looks like a really fun spot to climb right here. Look at this little spot. Oh, this is awesome. Okay, so there's the other end of the park. There's the visitor center over there, and the entrance right around the edge of this rock where I came from. And I'm camped over there. And there's way more rocks and stuff that way. And a couple outcroppings that are like separated from the rest of the rocks. But this is a really nice little spot here. You could have lunch or something right here. It looks like this little spot is one of the little places that the birds of prey who fly around here sit, because there's this little spot here, and there's all these little things are tiny bones of, I would imagine, small rodents and stuff between these rocks. But this is a really cool spot to just sit and hang around. I might have to come back here with some fruit or something or snacks and just chill out for a while. And it just keeps going, probably another mile that way before it just ends, and it's back to these mountains and areas like this, hills and flat land out there. It looks like if I can get up there, there's another really cool spot way up there. There's just so many amazing spots you can get to if you can climb these rocks. Like, in order to get up here, I started from down there and climbed up and walked up here. But that looks like a cool spot. I don't know if I'll be able to make it up there. I don't think there's anything that's going to let me onto that first rock, sadly. I will have to look. Okay, actually, I do think I can get up to that spot. It's just going to take a lot of willpower and upper body strength because there's nowhere for me to put really my feet or anything. I'm just going to have to grab on that ledge and pull myself up. This would be a really great time for like a cameraman or somebody who could like show me climbing up this, but I do not have that luxury. So let me get up here. I'm gonna put the camera up there and then I will climb up after it. Hi. Okay. Ow. That. Whew. Easy enough, I guess. I am most of the way up. Just got one more ledge. You can really see when you look up here, oh, how the water, when it rains, runs between all these rocks. All these rocks have empty pools on top of them. And like you can just, all this flat between the rocks. It's crazy looking. It's really interesting how the erosion has shaped these like this. Like there's some right there that's obviously a pool in that shadow, but it's currently empty. And that's also right where I was sitting just a minute ago. Okay, I've made it to the highest point. See, this is what I'm talking about as well. This looks obviously like it was a pool cut in the rock. But this is also a really nice chair now. Oh, that was a sharp rock. Look at this. It's a nice spot to chill. You get this view right here. So glad I got the camping spot that I got right, not 500 feet from me currently where I'm sitting. high on top of a rock, just enjoying the sun and the slow wind that's going through here and the atmosphere. It's so nice out. It's actually a dust storm way off in the distance, like a dust tornado. I think that's being caused by somebody driving. This is just such a cool spot right here. I'm sitting very comfortably. If I had like a tarp or something I could get under, you could sleep right here. It's actually way out there on top of that hill. There's another group of rocks right there. And then it's all flat, or not flat, but it's a hill just to these rocks. There's a couple spots that crop out. That's what I was talking about earlier, how they're separated from the main group. I think there's 3 or 4. There's a couple small rocks on top of a hill over there. And then on the other side, I know there's another group separated, but this is the main one that I'm camping at. Can I see my car? I don't think I can see my car from here. No, I can see where my spot is though. See if you can see that white van right there where that black Jeep is going across. I'm just on the other side of these rocks in front of that white van, so not a couple 100 feet from here. Alright, I think I've showed you a good amount of climbing. I love doing this. I'll probably spend all day climbing like this, and I will catch up with you tonight when I am getting ready for the night. So I'll see y'all then. The sun is getting kind of close to setting. It's a lot cooler out here now than it was. It was very hot earlier. I think it got up to like 81, which shouldn't be super hot, but it felt like it was. But there's another rock that I wanted to climb up right here to show around my campsite a little bit more. Here it is. My car is just on the other side of this tree. The sun is just getting ready to set. I'm going to take some pictures of the sunset when it's actually setting. If you want to check those out, those will be on my Instagram, SparkFreed. So keep an eye out for those. They'll probably be out a lot earlier than this video will, but spending the day and hanging out here was just as much fun as I remember it being when I was 11 years old, the last time I was here. I'm glad I came by and got to do this. Tomorrow I will be driving, I think, just under 5 hours to Tucson, Arizona, and then just up Arizona towards Utah from there. So I'm going to get ready for the night, and I will see you all tomorrow. Good morning. I'm just getting ready to head out and head on towards Tucson, Arizona, which is about 3 hours and 40 minutes from here. So, and then after that, I'm just using that as a stopping point, and then I'm going to go to Phoenix, and then one of my favorite locations ever, I'm going to Sedona. So that's going to be a big deal. I love going out to Sedona. There's so many nice places to camp or things to explore. That probably will be next video, though. I'm probably going to make a whole dedicated video to Sedona and then moving on from there. But for now, here's just one last look at my campsite here in City of Rocks State Park. And I think I am just getting ready to head out. So, I had a lot of fun here. I always love visiting this place. It's always a ton of fun climbing on these rocks, and it never gets old. So I hope to visit again one day. But for now, I'm just going to get ready and head out, and I'll see y'all in Tucson. Just got to one of the Walmarts in Tucson, but I decided that I'm not going to be staying in Tucson tonight just because Phoenix is really only like an hour and a half away from here, and I'm just going to continue going through Arizona up towards Sedona, which is one of the major spots that I really want to get to. But while I am in Tucson, there is a park that I wanted to visit. It's called Sentinel Peak Park, and it looked really interesting on the map. It's about 20 minutes from where I am, so I'll hang out there for a little while. I'll show you around up there, and then we will continue on to Phoenix. So let's go to that park. Here is downtown Tucson. Not much that I want to do in Tucson itself. I usually like scenic things or viewing stuff, so I'm just going to go right outside of Tucson and view it from a mountain. So I just wanted to show a little bit of downtown while I was in here. I will see you all up there. Okay, so I'm just entering Sentinel Peak Park, and there are giant cacti everywhere. All on these hills. And there is downtown off in the distance. So we get a bird's eye view of downtown. It's gonna be really cool when we get all the way up the mountain. I can see there's like an observation thing up there right on that tip of the mountain. It's all houses down there, buildings and stuff, and then I can see the highway off in the distance. The cacti are crazy because I didn't see a squirrel at all for most of the trip, and then I saw one when I was getting close to Tucson, and then they all just started appearing, and now these hills are just coated in them, and they're all, I'm sure they're all down there between the buildings and stuff. In fact, I think I can see, I'm not sure if I can see any, but I'm sure they're down there. Like, I start on this side, one side of Tucson, literally go 5 feet, and I've got the whole other side of Tucson. I got all of Tucson in one video. Who would have guessed? It looks like there's a trail that goes all the way up to the top of that hill, which I am most definitely going to do. I'm just going to run back to the car, grab a water or something, and then head up there because it is hot out here. It's probably like mid 80s right now. I'm feeling it, it's hot. There's downtown. You can see it over the main city area right there. Just about at the top now. I can see there's a highway right here crossing in front, and then where is it? I know I saw it earlier. Oh yeah, way out in the distance over there is the airport, big airport. This is a really, really nice view up here. I'm glad I stopped up here. It looks like if I get up here, I can see in all directions. Yep, I am at the highest rock on this mountain right now. And I can see everywhere. Complete 360-degree view of Tucson. This place is awesome. Ugh. I always prefer hikes and outdoor things to indoor activities because, especially when it comes to touristy stuff, you can really do that anywhere, but hikes and all the outdoor things you can do, that was a bug that just flew into my eye, all the outdoor things you can do are really specific to that area, of course, so I like to focus on things like this. Okay, well, I have another hour and a half-ish drive ahead of me to get to Phoenix. Not sure what I'm going to do there. I think I'm only spending the night there, and then I'm going to be heading to Sedona, which one of my favorite places on planet Earth. I love Sedona. I've spent a lot of time there in the past, but it's been, again, at least 10 years. So I will see you all in Phoenix. Here's one last look at this mountain view before we head out. So I have made it to Phoenix, Arizona. Currently I am in Papago Park, which is where the Phoenix Zoo is. I think the zoo is somewhere over that way. But the two things that I really want to explore here is the hole in the wall. Let me show you real quick. The hole in the wall that's almost like an arch right up there. There's a ton of people up there. And then there's a ton of ponds right here. So let's go walk around and enjoy the park. This is a really nice park with these big, almost oasis-like ponds, or lakes, I guess you call it either. Okay, so we saw the pond and like kind of park area back there, but I'm really curious to check out the hole in the wall because I'm guessing that the view up there is going to be amazing. Seeing red rocks in big formations like this makes me really excited to get to Sedona, and that's only 2 hours away from here, so I'm super hyped to do a lot of the hikes and get up to a lot of the places that look like this over there. But that's going to be in the next video. Alright, so that was the hole in the rock. It was a really nice view. I can still see from right here the city way off in the distance. I'd like to be able to get to that spot right there. I think there's some trails over there, it looks like, that go up to it. Because that spot looks like it has an amazing view of the city way over there. So interesting how much of a relatively untouched landscape it is over here, with how close this is to Phoenix and the airport literally being within sight range. I can see planes taking off way over there. Alright, so that was Papago Park. I'm gonna try to go to that spot on the other side of the other rock, like ridge formation over here, because I really want to get a better view of the city. And I think that if I can get up there, I think it would offer a pretty good one. So let's try to make it over there. So I did manage to find a way to get to this rock formation here. I'm at the Papago Amphitheater, so let me see if I can find a way to climb up there and get a view of the city. It doesn't seem that there's any good way for me to get to the top up there, but that's alright, because it looks like there's a nice view coming up right here. There's the city off in the distance. It's crazy how it transitions from just red rock and desert to just all city as far as the eye can see is man-made structures back there. If you know anything about me, I love to view cities, but I absolutely hate going into cities. I find them incredibly nerve-wracking. I've been in tons of cities and multiple times in like New York, cities like that, but I just hate going into them. There's just so much going on. I'd rather admire them from afar. Okay, and with that, I think I'm going to end this episode here. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. So far, I'm loving crossing through the desert states like Nevada and Arizona, and then eventually I'll be going to like Utah and New Mexico. But in the next episode, I'm going to be going to Sedona, Arizona, which I'm super excited for. I love Sedona. There's so much to there, and it's so beautiful to look at. But for now, please like and subscribe if you would. That'd help me out a lot, and I will see you all in the next episode.